Like, where else can you go with a reasonable goal to hit within 6 months, a year? I mean, look, it's going to take work. It's going to take hard work. You're going to have to build your network, build your book of business, put the effort in. But once you have that built, like, that is the goal. Like, I know Nick's mentioned this before. Like, he's been on calls with other top producers. There's things out there that we can get you in touch with of, hey, like, learn from the best. Like, we're doing a lot of things better, but we can also get you in touch with other people who do things well too to learn. Like, that's what, like, we constantly do. But what that does is he was on a call, and how many people were doing over $1 million a year?
So PayStub W-2 employees, over 34 out of 100 people that were on the call were making more than $1 million a year. PayStub W-2. PayStub W-2, that's unheard of.
What other industry can that happen?
I don't know.
What other opportunity do you have where, I mean, Will said this yesterday, and I think it was an absolute great point in the interview with him. He said, in this business, you are your own CEO. You run your own business. But what that means is you also have the opportunity to build that business, to build your business, like to build up your book and earn that.
Well, the thing here too, and this is big for me, and I think it's big for our team, is the thing about being here at NBI is you can make $125,000 a month by doing $10 million a month in production, right? But that doesn't take into consideration how much you're actually going to make, because there's the profit share portion of it. $125,000 a month is PayStub W-2, $1 million a year. That's what we're looking to have. I want a team of 20 guys doing that. I was on a call with 30 out of 100. I want 20 out of 30 of our guys making PayStub W-2, $1 million a year. Plus, then you put their profit share portion into it. It's going to be 1.5, 2 million. Mike, I was talking to, somebody who was working in another sales role at a car dealership, a high-end car dealership. I don't know cars. Well, I don't know cars. Can they make $1 million PayStub W-2 as a car salesman at a high-end dealership?
Not that I've ever heard of. I mean, most of the time the sales plans and situations like that are going to have a ceiling.
Yeah, we don't have a ceiling. We don't have a cap. That's just on I'm talking residential numbers. We haven't even gotten into the commercial numbers. Like Will, who was on the podcast yesterday, he's fixing to make a $40,000 commission check off one deal on the commercial side. One deal on the commercial side. What other shop is doing both commercial and residential? So build your book of residential business. There's your guaranteed income. Then start going and getting some of that commercial business. Now you're throwing $40,000 commission checks on top of your however much you're making per month. And again, on the commercial side of things, if you're somebody who does commercial lending and you're a loan officer or a loan advisor or a financial expert who is good at the commercial side, or you work at a credit union, a bank, or whatever, from a commercial standpoint, first off, I know you guys aren't lending right now. Second off, we are. Third off is guarantee the comp structure there isn't what it is here. We're going to pay you a lot more. Come bring your business to us. We'll find you just as good of rates. We'll find you just as good outlets. We're meeting with multiple hedge funds. And shout out to Mike again on that. Direct line to the money. Best rates in the industry. And guess what? We're not taking 90 days to 3 to 6 months to close it. We're closing it in 30 days. So you're going to close a deal in 30 days because we have a process set up here that's second to none. It's just very proud of the company as a whole. Very proud of the people who are stepping up, Ben. I don't say this a lot. Proud that you got a couple $1 million deals down in that land development thing going on down there in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Yeah.
South Kakalaki. Shout out to all my folks in
Big
Dirty
Ben.
Myrtle. Dirty Myrtle, one of the best IPAs out there too, and perfect name for Myrtle Beach. No offense, Myrtle Beach people. Love it. Love golfing down there.
Only one better is the Gas House to my friends in Gastonia.
Oh yeah, but Ben rocking out a couple $1 million deals next month. Dude, the future's bright. What did the kids say? To the moon?
Yeah.
To the moon.
It's
I'm
like
too old for that.
I don't know, and they have the picture of the rocket with it.
That's to the moon. That's why
Yeah.
you have a rocket. You're going to the moon. Guys, you guys drive me nuts. Ben's like a 70-year-old man. Mike's like a 50-year-old man. And neither of them are that age. They're much younger than that. But long story short, what I'm getting at is the future is bright here. There's a lot of competitors in the market. There's a lot of people who say things about NBI. They say things about me. They meet with realtors in the same market as us. There's a reason you don't have their business. I see you liking their Instagram pictures and their LinkedIn. There's a reason that you don't have their business. You're not us, and you never will be. You'll never be me. You'll never have a Mike. You'll never have Ben. And I wish all the success in the world to you. But there's a lot of people who are trying to copy our model, man, and not be themselves. And you can't copy our model and win.
No,
we are going to win.
You can't.
Period.
To be successful in anything, I think you have to come into your own. You have to be yourself. You have to have fun with it. Yeah, and it's that confidence. And that really, Mike keeps saying it as well. You have to be exuberant. You have to be believable. And to do that, you have to be excited about what you're doing. And you have to believe in it.
One key part, though, guys, is the operation team that backs us.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
1,000%.
Absolutely. And that's what I was saying in the very beginning was that's a well-oiled machine out there, and it's only getting better. Shout out to Ron, Cartier, Candace, and all our new team members. So
yeah,
we just we got a well-oiled machine. And Ben, what should the people do?
They should hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell so you are notified of all future videos. Make sure you follow us on social media. This is Mortgage Man Nick, and I am Ben Singleton.
What's the next subject? What do you got for us?
So I am so excited that we're doing the podcast today because I was flipping through social media last night and everything I kept saying, oh, housing crisis of 2024 coming. Oh, Fed's pushing off. They're not going to lower interest rates. It is absolutely wild. What do they call it? Into the trolls that are out there that are trying to spin things and make everyone seem, doom and gloom out there in the market. Just because the Fed announced, hey, that we're not going to. And the only reason, if you actually look into it, if you really know what's going on, the only reason that Fed even announced that is because Goldman Sachs came out with an article saying, that they're expecting 5 rate cuts throughout this year starting in March, which I think is exactly what they had planned. I guarantee you, I think exactly what the Fed had planned is to do that. The Fed found out, or Goldman Sachs found out about it, made an article. If you looked at the stock market, it was starting to jump because when they lower rates, money's going to become cheaper, right? So that's going to help out the stock market. So everyone was reacting to that, which is exactly what the Fed does not want to do. Right now, they're a bunch of politicians, right? They're not actually financial guys. They're a bunch of politicians.
They're lawyers.
Right. Politicians and lawyers. And what they want is to be able to influence things with their words, not with actually what their actions. So to counter that, what they came out is, we're not gonna lower it in March. Right now, inflation's still too high. It's at 3.4%. We're not going to do anything until it's below 2. Well, guys, that is not true. Inflation, especially when you consider shelter inflation, which is housing market inflation, which is lags a year or even more because of rent. It's really not. You take that out of the equation, we're at 1.8% right now in inflation. That is well within it.
So,
we're at a point now to lower interest rates, but the Fed is not, because they're trying to, like I said, monitor the expectations, and
they're trying to tamper expectations. Is what they're trying to do.